Yeah. Here we go. Hey, hey, hey. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Hey, get ready. I am getting ready to crank it up in just a hot second. I'm sharing this to a few pages right now, but I'm getting ready to go cuckoo in just a second. Hold on just a second. Here we go. Hey, good afternoon. Hey, get ready. I am getting ready to crank it up in just a hot second. I'm sharing this. Y'all ready? Go to Podbean. The Big Time Show. Woo! Welcome, 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 everybody, once again to the Big Time Show. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the show, y'all. What's going on? Hope you're having a great Sunday evening. Hope that you're having fun today. Hope that you are enjoying the football games that are on TV, the multiple football games that are on. Welcome to the Big Time Show. I'd like to give credit to Mr. Alec Winters, who has our music for us every episode of this show. We give him credit for that. If you want to follow him and hear stuff like you just heard, you need to go to Alec, ALAC, Wint, WINT, or the Chord Academy on Instagram. Either one will do. And from those pages, I guarantee you, you will hear things just as you heard at the beginning of the show. Great music, young guy out of the Berklee School of Music in Boston, Massachusetts. I appreciate him for letting me use his music for my show. I appreciate that. I'd like to welcome those that are watching on Facebook Live. I'd like to welcome those, of course, that are watching on Periscope. Those that are watching on YouTube, and those who may be listening to this later on as you download it on Spotify and Tumblr and LinkedIn and Apple Podcasts and Twitter. However you may be listening to me, I appreciate you just taking time out, whether it's now or later on, or if this is the middle of the week. I appreciate you joining in on today with me. Well, I don't even want to waste any time. Hey, those I'm sorry, and those that are on Podbean also, I apologize. Hey, how you doing? Hey, poor Nish, I see you. Hey, how you doing? Good. Glad that you joined in with me here on the Big Time Show on this great afternoon. Listen, if you are a person that wants to support the show, you can do that. If you're on Podbean, you can just push that red button that you see is a reward button there, and you can join the show as a patron. That's all you have to do is do that. Don't ask for a lot. If you do, I appreciate it. If you don't, I'm cool with that. Just glad that you're listening. If you are on um, Facebook and Periscope right now, if you want to become just to contribute to the show, if you want to, that's fine. If you don't, I'm cool with it. But there it is on your screen. My Cash App there. What's going on? I see you, E-Kush. I'm coming. I just got to get the preliminaries out of the way first. I just got to get the preliminaries out of the way before I really start letting it go. But if you want to do that, you can do that. If you're on Facebook or Periscope and you want to go to Podbean, and you can find out how you become a patron of the show. But if not, there's the Cash App there for you. Again, I'll put it up one more time for you. There it is, as you can see on Periscope and on YouTube. Podbean, if you want to do it, let me put it in for you. The Cash App, if you don't want to become a patron, that's fine. I'm typing it in right now for you, and you will see it. And there it is. There it is. If you're on, there it is. You can see it. If you want to contribute, I appreciate it so much. Listen, I don't want to waste too much of your time. I know you're busy, but this is the day that I usually come on, which is on Saturday. I have to take a couple of days to cool off from games like I saw on Thursday. Yeah, so I guess I had my couple of days. I'm still hot. Because as you know, you and I saw the Dallas Cowboys, my team, my beloved team, get embarrassed to the utmost on Thursday. And I haven't said anything yet really remotely, except in a group that I'm in, what I consider my Cowboy brothers and sisters. And one of my brothers is on here now, E. Kush. He's here now. So he knows exactly what I'm saying. He's my guy. And we've been talking, a lot of our people in that group have been talking about what we saw on Saturday. I'm just going to share my perspective and my point of view now to all of you guys. If you agree with me, cool. If you don't, hey, you're a Cowboy fan, so we're all in one family. Let's talk about this thing. Let's talk. First things first. You can't expect greatness from mediocrity. I start to show off with that. You cannot expect greatness from constant mediocrity. I say that to say this. After last week's game against Minnesota, we got happy, and we had a lot of expectation for the rest of the year because of the way they played at Minnesota, rightfully so. I was one of those who had optimism because for the first time, I saw our offensive line play pretty good. I saw them play pretty good. I saw um, I saw them show up and against Minnesota. I saw some stability on the line, and we saw the results. Dalton played well. Zeke Elliott had over 100 yards. Pollard had a good game. There was room for optimism because you could see possibly us turning the corner. But then Thursday came, and on the very first drive, we lost the left tackle Cam Irvin, who was on the line last week against Minnesota, who played a real good game Sunday against Minnesota. And then we lost our all-world offensive lineman, Zach Martin. So get the picture. We lost our starting left tackle, and then we lost our starting right tackle. Okay? I see there they go. Here come Bro Rod. Hey, hi, Rod. Bro Coleman, he said they need some milk, so many are injured out there. See, he's a Steeler fan, so I'm gonna let him go ahead and have his fun. This is a therapy session, Bro Coleman. This is a therapy session for Cowboy fans again. But if you want to poke us, that's fine. I'm cool with it. So we lost our starting left tackle and right tackle on the very first drive. And you replace them with guys who are really considered on the depth chart. They're really considered fourth stringers at best, third and fourth stringers at best. No question about it. So what line that we had against Minnesota, we're dealing with a whole different animal. That's not an excuse. It's really just the truth. You can't expect greatness from guys who are barely above the practice squad. You just can't do it. And it showed because Washington's guys up front destroyed us once again. I mean, it wasn't even a contest. Dalton was getting hit again. He got sacked again. He really had not a lot of time. All of that. And I know what some of you think, and I'm gonna get to it. I promise y'all. I appreciate it, Bro Coleman. I'm down poking at y'all. I let y'all hear. Thank you so much. On Podbean, I got a Podbean for those who's on here. I'm on Facebook and Periscope at the same time. Hey, JD Corsi, yeah, I'm glad I ate Thanksgiving too before dinner. But I agree with you. On Podbean, I got Facebook and Periscope going at the same time. So, of course, you can't see what they're saying. So I'm responding to their comments as well. So it is what it is. So we can't expect greatness from mediocre tackles. I mean, you can't lose a Zach Martin then think that his replacement is going to be another Zach Martin. That's just not how it goes. And Brandon Knight and Steele have never been good. That's why they sit on the bench. That's why they're on practice squads. They're not NFL starter caliber type guys. So all bets were off, at least with me, when both my tackles went out. It was over for me. I knew we were going to struggle right then and there. However, to the offense's credit, the guys were close. There was no blowout. It was a ball game. It was a ball game pretty much throughout. I mean, the games were close. We was always within one score away from taking the lead. One touchdown away from taking the lead. And the credit, I guess, at the same time, has to go to everybody. Defense played well at that particular time. The offense stayed somewhat in the game. We just couldn't score. And we had a few issues there. So I couldn't say nothing about that. That's my perspective before the wheels came off. You ain't lying, bro Coleman. Bro Coleman says who's seen Andy Dalton more than our Cowboy fans have, because Brother Coleman is a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, and in that division, the Cincinnati Bengals are in that division. So he has about 7 to 8 years worth of seeing Andy Dalton twice a year. So he says that Dalton is the living definition of mediocrity. He would know because he's seen them throughout the year. So I'll give credence to what he says there. And Dalton is, he's a little bit above average. If he ain't never been an MVP candidate. He has won a lot of games. He just hadn't won the games. He did get his Cincinnati Bengals to the playoffs consistently. They just were never able to get pretty much out the first round. But he did win 10-plus games a lot of years. So that's better than a lot of quarterbacks can say. I'll give him credit for that. Okay, here you go, JD. JD sent a dissertation. My guys just sent me a dissertation. JD says, let me say this. It's a reality check this year. We are just too beat up with injuries to compete legitimate this year. He says, I believe Gilbert should compete with Dalton every week in practice. For first string, I think Gilbert could be a good backup here moving forward. McCarthy will get another year. But let's be honest, our coordinators are AWS pitiful, he said. JD, I almost need to make you a co-star or a co-host with me on this show. You're jumping ahead. You must about to leave me. That's what it is. You just want to say that and get on out of here. I get it. I appreciate that because you're going to where I'm going. But I'm gonna come back to your comment because a lot of what I got to say a little bit later is exactly what you just said. So we got a problem because the game was close. I just want everybody to know that the game was close until a few things happened, which really describes our team for this year. JD said one of them without a doubt. I don't care what you say, and this next man up theory that's throughout the whole league in every sport, that's a bunch of crap. That's what I have to say. You can't run the race without the horses, if you let me say that. You cannot run the race without the proper horses. If LeBron James goes down, you can't say no next man up. There's only one LeBron James. And when LeBron James goes out, you go from a team that will go to the finals to a team that's picking first in the draft. It's just that simple. There's no next man up. When you lose a guy like Zach Martin, there is no next man up. It's next man down. There's only one Zach Martin. We're talking about a guy who's going to walk into the Hall of Fame. No question about it. First ballot. One of the best offensive linemen in the entire game. You don't do next man up when you lose guys like that. You try to just maintain. That's what you try to do. It's some guys that are irreplaceable. I hate to say it like that. It's just the truth. It really is. You take some guys off of certain teams, they're nowhere to be found. You take Brady off the Bucs right now, they'll be probably win one game, maybe. You take Mahomes off the Chiefs are average. You take Aaron Rodgers off the Packers only win 2 games. I'm just saying, there's some guys that you can't say this next man up theory and think that is really things going to stay the same. When the Cowboys lost those 2 tackles, the game was over. I don't care how close we are. You just knew that those guys were not going to hold up against them guys, that front 4 that Washington have. It really is that simple. You have to be realistic. You have to be realistic sometimes. You can hope all you want, but sooner or later you have to be realistic. The game was close until the first blow. The first blow now goes to what I think really ticked me off Thursday. Coaching. No question about it. Listen, fourth and inches. You paying a guy, or he's getting ready to get paid $90 million next year. Not total, but his contract goes, Ezekiel Elliott's contract goes into gear next year. But you paid him because you figure, or the world figures, that Ezekiel Elliott probably is a top 5 running back in this league. Some would argue and say he's top 1 or 2. Whatever one. We know at least top 5. You got him back there. And instead, number one, of giving him the ball, you did not even give him the ball. You decided to drop back 3 steps and do a pass play to CeeDee Lamb. And to justify that, later on in that same drive, there was a 4th and 1, not 4th and inches. There was a 4th and 1. And this time, you did a quarterback sneak. Kellen Moore, man, is really getting on my nerves. He really is. This is not the first time. He is really getting on my nerves tremendously with his play calling. JD Corsi, I see what you said, man. JD Corsi said, and how come our long coach Joe Philman is not getting enough harsh criticism, as he has never impressed me with anything he has done at the professional level of coaching. I understand the injuries on the O-line, but what Steele did Thursday, what Sweat was pursuing, was damn right criminal. Philman is awful. They played better when Colombo was here with the nasty intensity. I agree 100%, but we let him go because he wasn't one of McCarthy's guys. He said, I understand we need some player personnel change, but we definitely need to clean some house with assistant coaches. That's what I'm talking about right now, JD. Brother Coleman said they're not trusting him suddenly. Talking about Ezekiel Elliott, of course, he has become former-ridden. He could say he's paid like a number 1, but hasn't played like number 1 in 2 years at least. All are correct. Let's start with the play call first, which goes to about what JD was talking about, assistant coaches. Kellen Moore, and so you'll get fooled by Kellen Moore because when you look at the statistics, the Cowboys are one of the top 3 or 4 offenses in the league, and I'm particularly talking about when Dak was there. When Dak was there, you look at the thing, the Cowboys were top 4 or 5. A lot of it is because we were behind in games, had to catch up. But the stats are the stats. He last year, I believe, we were number 1 in the league offense with an 8-8 record, but still number 1 offense in the league. You'll get fooled by that because when you look at the stats, you say, "Man, how you gonna fire him? He got the number 1 offense in the league. I mean, he obviously is doing something right." No. Here's where it is. From the opponent side of the 20 to the other 20, Kellen Moore is great. I'm serious. I'm Kellen Moore when they kick off the ball, if you're down and in the zone, you get the ball at the 25-yard line. Or if it's a punt and a punt goes in the zone, you get it at the 20. From that 20 all the way to the other 20, Kellen Moore is great. He moves the ball. It's just that when he gets inside the red zone, I don't know what in the world is he thinking. What in the world are these play calls coming from? I'll give you a prime example. When Jalen Smith intercepted the ball, he got caught from behind. The ball was at the 5-yard line or the 4-yard line. Here was the next few play calls. First down and goal. Shotgun formation. You got Ezekiel Elliott back there. They ran the ball out the shotgun. Kellen Moore believe in spreading guys out. I'm saying why? When at the 25-yard line, the first thing you want to do is want to run one running back set with two tight ends, then try to jam Ezekiel Elliott in the line. Why don't you do it down at the goal line? Zeke again at least 1 to 2 yards. If you do that, it's second goal from the 2-yard line. Instead, first down, shotgun. Second down, shotgun. What was the second down play? You ran a goddamn 2 people reverse from the 5-yard line. Trying to trick somebody. Third down to go because the second down play lost you so yards. You had no choice but to put it in shotgun. What happened? CeeDee Lamb dropped the ball. In the process, first down and from the 5-yard line, first and goal, Ezekiel Elliott did not touch the ball one time. Y'all forgive me, but can I ask y'all a question? Some of you in here are Cowboy fans, some of you are not. Can I ask y'all this question? Don't you supposed to get the ball and put it in the hands of your best player? I'm sorry. I don't care what sport you're in. I don't care what sport you're in. Whatever sport you're in, don't you supposed to put the ball in the hands of your best player? Huh? Hey, Class 1 Pro 1 Pod B. Hey, how you doing? Come on in for the ride, man. I'm about ready to crank this thing up. What does it look like? I use one team. The Tennessee Titans. Man, they don't care if it's 9 men in the box. They don't care. You can rest assured that Derrick Henry is going to get the ball 24 plus times a game. They don't care. They don't care. Ezekiel Elliott, just to prove my point, in a close ball game, except at the end. Do you realize Ezekiel Elliott carried the ball 10 times for the whole game? Do you realize that Andy Dalton threw the ball more than 30-some odd times? What? I mean, I'm confused. And please don't say that our best players are the receivers, because the receivers getting the ball is totally dependent upon the quarterback getting it to him. I trust Ezekiel Elliott more now than I do Andy Dalton. And I know some of you saying, okay, we'll get to the turnovers in just a second. I'm coming there. But I don't trust Andy Dalton throwing the ball 30 plus times. Huh? Thank you, JD. Tennessee Titans do not care about you having an 8-9 man box. They saying, look, we're going to run it here. Stop us if you can. We're going to give it to Derrick Henry. You know we're going to give it to him. And we don't care. Stop us if you can. Ryan Tannehill is only throwing the ball between 20 and 25 times a game. We got that type of running back. Why are we still trying to finesse the game? Why are we backing up our linemen in pass blocks rather than have them go forward so they can lay on guys to get them tired? Why is that? It's because of Kellen Moore. Who is Kellen Moore, y'all? Just in case y'all haven't forgot. Kellen Moore got drafted by the Detroit Lions. First of all, let's go back further. He came from Boise State, a shotgun offense. That's what Boise State was doing back then. Pinball machine type offense. When he got to Detroit, and he was drafted by Detroit, he was drafted by Scott Linehan. Y'all remember him, don't you? What did Detroit do all the time? Matthew Stafford, Calvin Megatron Johnson. Throw the ball, throw the ball, throw the ball, throw the ball, throw the ball. That's what he did. When Kellen Moore got traded to Dallas, who was the offensive coordinator of the Cowboys? Scott Linehan. Who was Scott Linehan's quarterback with the Dallas Cowboys? Tony Romo. We never had a running back in this whole time. Well, we had two running backs, if you ask me. You had Marion Barber, and then he finally got DeMarco Murray. And in 1 year, he decided, hey, we're going to run the ball finally more than let Romo just pass it. DeMarco Murray almost had 2,000 yards once there was a commitment to the run game. Thank you, JD. I'm coming. I told you I need to have you on my show because you saying exactly where I'm heading to. You're getting ahead of me, but I like it. That keeps me on track. In other words, from his whole pro game, Kellen Moore only knows Scott Linehan's type offense. So as JD just said, he is a disciple of Scott Linehan. Scott Linehan tried to make Tony Romo the MVP the whole time he was here. They never invested into a running back. And Kellen Moore, as you can see, did the same thing with Dak. And if you go back to last year, we were begging. Why isn't Ezekiel getting the ball more than 18 times a game? This is what we've been asking. And in a close game, he only carried, thank you, E-Kush, Linehan never left the building because the spirit of Scott Linehan lives in Kellen Moore. What does Kellen Moore do? Finesse. Finesse. It's no power. It's finesse. It's pinball machine. He running in the red zone like this is Madden 21. I mean, that kind of stuff working mad. And if you're a good player on video games, it don't work then. I don't get it. You got Ezekiel Elliott back there. Give him the ball. But now, as I shift, it's kind of hard to give Ezekiel the ball when he's fumbling all the goddamn time. Now, look, there's plenty of y'all that don't like what I just said about Ezekiel Elliott because you love Ezeke. You love him. I love him too. You love what he's done. Keyword, what he's done. And because of what he has done, you don't want to concentrate on what he is doing. You'll give a pass for Ezekiel Elliott right now because of what he's done in the past. You're a little bit different, you're a different Cowboy fan than I am. See, I come from the school of what have you done for me lately? That's what I did. You was an all-pro running back. You were a Pro Bowler. You're not a Pro Bowler this year, and you're not an all-pro running back this year. What you are right now, presently, is leading the league from running backs in fumbling the football. That's what you are. Now, I know it hurts some of y'all who are going to be watching this on replay, or some of y'all that's going to be listening to me a little bit later on during the week or whatever. It's the truth. I don't care what he done in the past. I can't get 2016 Ezekiel Elliott and keep harping on that. That's a lot of what our Cowboy fans are now. We always listening to the past. What have you done for me lately? He could say Jerry procrastinated about everything. When 2016 ended, we should have fired the entire era of coaches. When we started building a new team for a new quarterback, we should have started with a new coaching staff. I agree totally, E-Kush. Because if you remember, when McCarthy was hired, I knew something was kind of wrong. I think he just said things to be the company guy and to get the job. One of the first things he said was, look, Kellen Moore is gonna stay. I like what he's doing. I like his innovative mind. I like that. I don't think that's how it went down. Personally, I don't know it. It's just my theory. I just believe Jerry Jones said you can do everybody else, but we're gonna keep him. We're gonna keep Kellen Moore now. You can pick whoever you want, but he stays. I believe that. That don't sound too crazy for Jerry Jones either. Jerry always had to put his 2 cents in. We should have just wiped the slate clean, let McCarthy do it. And on another note, when it comes to that, when you're trying to get the best out of your team, don't you supposed to get the best out of your team by doing what the people do best? What is Mike McCarthy's best attribute? Calling plays. That's McCarthy's best attribute. So if he's not even doing that, what in the world is he doing? Is he that great of a leader of men? Is he a leader of men? Does he motivate guys I don't know. But his best attribute, that's how he got into the league, being an offensive coordinator. And yes, some of you gonna say, well, he had Aaron Rodgers. No, take it even further. He had Brett Favre first, then he had Aaron Rodgers. I mean, yeah, you're supposed to look good, but he's the one that's calling the plays. Let him call the plays. That's what he's best at. And I got a problem with Mike McCarthy. Here's why I shift to him. I got a problem with him because as a head coach, these earphones that you see me on here on Facebook and Periscope, these earphones like you have on your ear, he hears the calls that are being made. Don't the head coach have the right to veto a call? I mean, that's what head coaches do. If it's 4th down in inches, the coach says, no, we're not going to punt it. We're going to go for it. Or if the offensive coordinator say, hey, let's go for it, the coach said, no, let's punt it. He has to find a decision. Why in the world is he on national, I know what he's trying to do. He's trying to take up for his coaches, but why are you agreeing? Why didn't you stop it right there by saying, I'm going to give the ball to Andy Dalton to throw to C.D. Lamb on the 4th and inches? Why didn't you veto that when you know that wasn't the right call? You know that wasn't the right call. Let's go to the obvious one. You at the 20, 25-yard line, the other 25-yard line, your 25-yard line. It's 4th and 10 or whatever. Why are you running a fake punt and it's only a 4-point ball game? Why did you call a fake punt that deep into your own territory? What kind of call is that? And here it is. Here it is, y'all. See, we don't have a Baltimore Raven, Ray Lewis led defensive team. See, the energy level and the passion for a Ray Lewis defensive led team, it stayed the same. They were fired up before the game started. They still fired up to the last blow. And they look forward to hitting folks. They look forward to making things happen. They actually want the game on their hand. Our defense can't handle adversity. Not like that when the coach get a game away. Their heads go completely down. When the fake punt happened, the very next play, Antonio Gibson ran straight through the middle. Whole spirit is down. The game was over right then. Game was over. That's bad coaching. I mean, I don't get it. Those are the kind of play calls that make you lose your job. JD said it might be true with more, but he could say it always fall back to Jerry Jones. He chose to keep the Garrett there way too long. He chose to wait on paying Dak and Zeke. He has wasted countless careers, and he costs us millions. JD says, might be true with Moore, but it lingered in on McCarthy with the hiring of Nolan, the buddy system. It doesn't work. Same with Philbin. There should be one chief and hire the best coach for your system. What has Nolan done in the last 15 years? The DC is a critical aspect of a coaching staff. He could say that's what you get. That's what you get when you don't have a real GM. What's up, Kevin? I see you. My partner here, Kevin. Look, JD, again, you're going ahead of me. It's almost like you got my notes right here. But I love it because I see right now you and I need to become friends because we're thinking exactly alike. I got another guy who just joined in, Kevin Carey, who we think just like E. Cush. Kevin Carter just happened, said, see what I'm saying? Hey, JD, look, see what Kevin's saying? Same thing you said. Hire GM. Oh, well, he could say that. And Patricia at DC. The reason why he's saying Matt Patricia, just in case some of y'all don't know, Patricia just got fired as head coach of the Detroit Lions. Matt Patricia is known as a great defensive coordinator. Some would say that's really Bill Belichick. But neither here or there. Whatever the case may be, he knows defense. Listen, y'all. What's up? What's up, Buddha? Buddha's here. Listen, I'm telling y'all, those are the kind of decisions that get you to the unemployment line. It does. It does. And it should. It should. You don't make bonehead. We don't have the kind of team mentally that can recover from kindergarten coaching mistakes like we just saw. We don't have that. When Ezekiel Elliott fumbles the ball, it knocks the whole air out of the building. We don't have the kind of defense that can aggressively take the ball back. The talent level is not there. We don't have that. When you make bonehead decisions like that, when you have bonehead decisions like a fake, what Kevin says, Wade Phillips, Marvin Lewis, are all D candidates. Ain't no question about that. We talking about legendary defensive coordinators, guys who won Super Bowls, got rings on their finger. These guys are available. Not going to happen, though, because, as JD said, we're on the buddy system. JD, there's a group that I'm in, and some of my brothers are on here now. E. Cush and Buddha and Kevin. This is what we talk about all the time. We touched on this buddy system thing months ago. Well, we all know that the reason why McCarthy hired Nolan is because Nolan hired McCarthy. Scratch your back, I'll scratch yours. JD says McCarthy knows his job is safe because he's defending his coaches. Remember last year when Garrett knew his job was on the line and was throwing Munder under the bus? Constantly, bottom line is this coaching staff is incompetent, lax, and game adjustment sound familiar from the past. It's no question about it, JD. But you're preaching. You're preaching. I almost need to call you in. I'm serious. I almost need to call you in because you're in my notes. You're all in them. Jason Garrett didn't have any power because they made sure Jason Garrett didn't call the plays. It was Kellen Moore. It's consistent talk. Last year, we were saying the same thing about Kellen Moore that we're saying this year. That means it's a pattern. But you'll get fooled by the stats, though. Because some Cowboy fan going to come and tell me, how you going to say that? He got the number one offense in the league, which he did, stat-wise. There's a such thing in football that's called situational football. And in that thing right there, Kellen Moore is 100% horrible. in situational football. I don't know what he's thinking when he get in the red zone. From the 20, from your 20 to the opponent's 20, Kellen Moore is good. He's great. He can move the ball down the field. He hit a brick wall every time he get inside the 20-yard line in the red zone. It's like he done forgot how to call plays. He done forgot who he got. He done forgot he got a running back in the backfield. He done forgot that you should line up and shotgun from the 5-yard line on first down and goal. You shouldn't be lining up trying to. Sometimes you got to just line up and hit somebody in the mouth. The offensive line on the 5-yard line should not be coming back pass blocking. You go forward. Your defensive line don't get tired. The defensive line don't get tired when they can rush all the time. They get tired when guys start laying. It's basic football. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Kellen Moore should be gone next year. Some college team would love to have Kellen Moore as their head coach. And I believe Kellen Moore would be an incredible college coach. I believe that. I believe that. I believe Kellen Moore would do fine in college. He would. I think he's talented. I believe he would do just fine being a college coach. And I believe that this year somebody will offer him a job in college. And I believe that he will take it. He got to go. He got to leave here. He got to leave here because I done seen enough. I've seen enough. There's nowhere in the world they're in a tight ball game. There's nowhere in the world that you're going to tell me down 20-16, and I'm looking at the stats, and you're going to sit there and tell me that Zeke Elliott has only carried the ball at least 8 times? Man, what? Huh? You're going to sit and tell Tony Pollard only got the ball 4 times the whole game. So Zeke Elliott ran the ball 10 times the whole game. Tony Pollard ran it 4 times. That's a total of 14 times in one game when the game was close. What kind of, especially when you just gave the proper template the week before against Minnesota. We ran it over 30 times. We dominated. We had control of the game. You know, went from running the ball 30 times to barely over 10. Washington not that good. Look, when you got 2 backup tackles in the game, don't you supposed to adjust? Cause you know your lineman can't block those guys. Why you got Andy Dalton dropping back when you got 2 backup tackles in there? You got Young on one side, you got Kerrigan on the other side, you got Sweat in the middle. Why are you even thinking that you're supposed to run, have Dalton throwing the ball over 35 times? I just don't understand it. It's called adjusting. You ain't make the adjustment. I ain't even got a better question than that. Once Brandon Knight got over there and Young was killing them, where was the double team? Why are you acting like Brandon Knight can hold Chris Young? Why are you doing that? Where's the chip? Where's the double tight end? Where's the tight end helping blocking? I'm just saying, it's simple football to me. I don't understand I just don't understand it. Kellen Moore got to go. Ezekiel Elliott, I let all y'all folks who love him, y'all, I love him too, but it doesn't neglect me from telling the truth about him now. The question that I got is, what have you done for me lately? And telling me what you did in 2016 and 17 don't mean nothing to me. Please don't tell me he's an all pro. He was an all pro 2-3 years ago. Right now, he won't even make a Pro Bowl this year. Right now, Ezekiel Elliott, this is what he's done for me lately. Hard pill to swallow, but it's just the truth. Right now, he's leading the league in fumbles from the running back position. His turnovers are game-changing turnovers, every one of them. It take the air out the building. That's what he's done for me lately. Now, if you want to ignore that, God bless you. I'm not saying he's not talented. I'm not saying he's not great. I'm just telling you what he's done. Huh? I'm just saying. I'm just saying what he's done. He's horrible this year. Bottom line. And you can blame some of that on injuries. Okay. I get you. I get you on that. I agree with some of that. What you saying? I see what you're saying. I get it. But you gotta hold on to football. I'm just saying. You gotta tell the truth. What Buddha say? Well, let me go back here. I see you, Buddha. Kevin, I'm gonna read all these. JD says that Cowboys always let the wrong coaches go. Peyton, Zimmer, Fearbers, Rashard, I'm sorry. Then we have let positional coaches go without grooming or getting the right coach to replace them. It's a culture problem in Dallas. Hey, y'all. Hey, Kush, Buddha, and Kevin. Y'all see JD Corsi in here? This is just my suggestion. I want to add JD to our personal group. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Whoever it is, find him and put him in our group. He talk like us. JD, be looking for an invitation in your inbox. Join our group, and you'll see what I'm talking about. My brother Buddha says, I got to see him with a healthy line, though. He must be talking about Ezekiel. I got to see him with a healthy line, though. I think he's still valuable, but we should draft a guy to replacement or put that fire on him. Buddha, he's had a healthy line. He's still gonna do what he got to do. We're talking about turnovers now. There's no excuse for that. He's still gonna get his yards. I mean, I give him that. I'm just talking about these turnovers that kill us. That's what I'm talking about. There ain't no excuse. I'm not giving him one. Not for that. No, sir. You got to hold football. It's just bottom line. Kevin Carr says Zeke has been beyond bad this season, and I'm going to tell it like it is. Exactly. He's horrible this year. Zeke. JD says Zeke is a product of his environment. JD, I may have to disagree with you on that one slightly. Kevin replying to JD, and Kevin agree with you, JD. I may have a slight problem with that one. Kevin say facts, turnovers are the issue. Buddha said, replying to that, I got you, bro. Look out for my. Thank you, Buddha. Appreciate that. JD, you'll see this invite coming to a certain group that we're in. Join it. I like the way you talk already. You sound like us. So you sound like a Cowboy fan that do not make excuses. You sound like a realistic Cowboy fan, as me and Kevin like to say. You got two groups that are Cowboy fans. Number one, you got the optimist Cowboy fan who looks at the record and still try to find a way to say that, hey, we're this. You try to find a way to make it seem like we're a good football team, but the bottom line is we're 3-8, which goes now to guys that I call realistic Cowboy fans. They say, hey, when you finish giving all this optimism, we 3-8. We're not good. We Cowboy fans, but we just tell it like it is. It's just the truth. We're not good. There's a reason why we're 3-8. We're not good. Injuries are a part of it. Yes, I agree. Injuries are a big part of it. I mean, we lost Dak. I mean, that's a difference maker. But Ezekiel Elliott, I got a problem with him right now. The same problem that I had with DeMarcus Lawrence for the first 3, 4, 5 games of the year. I called him out. But at the same time, I came right back and gave him full credit because he looking like the player that signed that big contract. He playing out his mind. I give DeMarcus Lawrence his credit when it's time to. I can't give Ezekiel no credit right now. He ain't getting the ball enough for me to give him credit. I'm just saying. I'm saying. I'm serious. I don't see him get the ball enough to give him credit. Huh? When you get, like Kevin just said right there, there it is. When you see his comment. When you get these guys that are getting paid to be the top 3 or 4 in their positions, there's expectation that goes with that. I'm serious. And if Ezekiel Elliott is supposed to be one of the top 2 or 3 running backs in the league, I can't tell right now. I can't tell. I don't see it. I don't see it. And please don't come telling me. I'm tired of the excuses. I'm tired. If you that dog, I'm just saying like this. Derrick Henry see 8 and 9 man boxes every week. He still lead the league in rushing though, right? Every time I see Derrick Henry, I see him on ESPN busting a long run. If you got him in fantasy football, I don't even have to say nothing to you. Derrick Henry is a guaranteed 100 yards every game. 1 to 2 touchdowns every game. With 8 and 9 man boxes. Last time I checked, Tennessee Titans only sent, I think, one or 2 guys, I believe one, sent 1 to the Pro Bowl last year. 1 lineman. Shoot, the Cowboys send at least 2 to 3 guys on the offensive line to the Pro Bowl every year. Ezekiel Elliott see 8, 9 man boxes. What's the hot look? I don't want to hear it. It's kind of like that old thing when everybody was talking about DeMarcus Lawrence getting double teamed. Khalil Mack, Aaron Donald get double teamed too. But Aaron Donald got triple teamed. He's still the defensive player of the year. Why? Because he put the numbers up. Khalil Mack, double team every game. Still put the numbers up. There was a point in time, J.J. Watt was getting double teamed still do. Get double teamed every play. Watt had the numbers. And I'm saying if you that dog and you getting paid like it, then if you want to be on that level, you got to do what some of these guys on that level do. I don't see it. I give that credit to Amari Cooper. I give that to CeeDee Lamb and Michael Gallup because their whole game is dependent upon a quarterback getting the ball to them. And Ben DiNucci couldn't get the ball to him. And the Daltons sometimes get the ball to him. The only person that seems like they can get it to him is Dak Prescott. So I can't blame Cooper. I can't blame Lamb and Gallup because their whole thing depended on Dalton getting them the ball. But guys like Ezekiel Elliott, guys like Lawrence, those guys can make game-changing plays every single week. Because they don't need Dalton to do what they have to do. I'm not making no excuses for these guys. I'm sick of it. I don't know how y'all feel about it. Y'all want to keep making excuses for them, that's fine. Here's the bottom line. Hey, I appreciate you, all you guys on Podbean. I see you, Zera, Mahari, and Class 1 Pro. I see y'all join in. Appreciate you guys. Listen, I'm not making no excuses up. I'm not. We're horrible. And I'm one of the biggest Cowboy fans. If you know me for a long time, y'all know I've been doing Cowboy reports since 2009 on Facebook. This ain't nothing new. Everybody know where I stand. So I'm qualified to talk about my team. I ain't turning in my Cowboy star just because I talk about them. I'm not a hater because I talk about them. I'm calling it like it is. We are horrible. The defense is horrible. Stop trying to make Pro Bowl guys and they playing like practice squad players. I'm not giving these guys no credit. None. Coaching, horrible. And the result of all this horrible stuff is a 3-8 record. One of the worst in the league. If the draft ended, it was today, the Cowboys would have, I think, the 4th pick in the draft. Which means when you're in the top 5, that means you one of the sorriest teams in the league. Bottom line, it just look. Bottom line. And so we go to Baltimore next. Come on now. You know, is there any game that we favored in? I'm just saying. We don't have an identity because we got Kevin said we got a top 5 pick. Here we come. It's looking that way. We don't have identity. We got the players for the identity, but we're struggling trying to find out who we are still. And it don't make sense because Kellen Moore has been there. Why are we trying to still figure out if we're a pinball machine type offense or are we a physical, pounded football team? We're still trying to figure that out. Now the Titans don't have that struggle. They know what they are. The Chiefs know who they are. The ball is in Mahomes' hand. That's their identity. The Buccaneers they don't have no struggle with no identity. They know who they are. The Saints know who they are. They know the personnel. They know what to do. What it look like the Saints? What it look like the Saints saying, we're going to give Alvin Kamara the ball 10 times in a game? What it look like if Tennessee said we're going to give Derrick Henry the ball 10 times a game? What does it look like if the Packers say we're only going to let Aaron Rodgers throw the ball 15 times a game? They know what they got to do. We come in trying to be smooth and finesse and trying to outthink and trying to do something that we're not supposed to do. He ain't never ran the ball. When Kellen Moore was in Detroit, they had Reggie Bush, if I remember. Reggie Bush didn't get the ball a whole lot. They put the ball in Matthew Stafford's hand and let Matthew throw the ball all over the place. Kellen Moore ain't seen an offense where he didn't run it. He didn't run the ball at Boise State when he was the quarterback there. He didn't do it. When he went to Detroit, they didn't run the ball there. When he came to Dallas, the ball was in Romo's hand all the time. It was shocking to see DeMarco Murray have all them yards that 1 year. It was 1 year out of all the years Kellen Moore seen where running back was heavily involved. There was a year I think DeMarco Murray had 1,800 yards. All he's seen is passing the ball. So really all he's doing is what he's seen. He don't know nothing about running the ball. There's no way in the world that you're supposed to tell me Ezekiel Elliott supposed to only get the ball 10 times. I don't get it, y'all. I don't get it. But, hey, This year is pretty much already in stone. All you Cowboy fans that say, hey, we only one game out still. We got a chance. We can get on the road. We got 5 ball games left. We can go 8-8. Really? We can win all the rest of them. I'll let you have your optimism. Okay. I'll let you have your optimism, because what you're saying really is not false. We are only one game behind. You win 1 week, you can go from last place to first place in 1 week, just about, in our division. So technically, you're right. You're right. I can't even argue with it. I ain't gonna argue with you. You're right. But at the same time, there's another side of the coin that's saying, look, we're horrible. We're horrible. I'm not the one. I'm not the one. I'm not the one that looks at a 3-8 record and try to act like it's 8-3. I'm just not that guy. I'm not. I'm sorry. I'm not that type of guy. 3-8 is 3-8. It's not 8-3. And I don't live in that if and coulda, woulda, shoulda, and maybe if this happened and maybe that, if we did. Look, I don't live in that world. I don't live in that. Faith is for your personal life. faith is for your personal life, and is what Christ gave us. Is loaded all in the Bible. That's for that life. This ain't in football. In football, look, it is what it is. No. That stuff don't even work in Madden. Kevin Carr said we made Baggers look like superstars. Exactly. And he talking about the Bengals. I'm sorry, I see all that. JD said that top 5 pick needs to be that old lineman Sewell out of Oregon, if possible. Defense the rest of the way. JD, you talking our language. Carrie, we still could lose against the Bengals. I have no faith in none of the remaining schedule, and I know Burrow's out, but I still don't trust us. Exactly. Kevin Carr is saying exactly what I'm saying. And for all you chilling, Cowboy fans, I'm going to call y'all, there's another group. It's called cheerleaders. You know what I'm talking about? The cheerleading Cowboy fans are the ones that switch cheerleading uniforms and pom-poms every week. So this week, what you guys are going to do is look at who's Philadelphia playing. You're going to look and see who Washington playing. And you're going to be looking at the Giants, and you're going to be hoping that the team they're playing beat them so we can have a chance to catch them. My question to you is, okay, what we going to do? I mean, that's my thing. When Philadelphia lose, what we going to do? I mean, sooner or later, you got to do something for yourself. Soon as you get the help that you desire, what are you gonna do? Because see, you got to go play. We got to go play. We got to go play Baltimore in Baltimore. So if Philly loses, if Washington loses, and the Giants lose this week, we got to go out there and take advantage of it, right? I mean, what we gonna do? This ain't no tag team. You got to go out there for yourself and win. So I'm just like Kevin. I don't see it because I look at how we playing. We got 2 backup tackles that are going to be probably the backups for the rest of the year. The offensive line is going to get attacked. the rest of this year. We got a running back who fumbles the ball, who's not getting wide open holes. We got an offensive coordinator don't know what to do with the offense. We got a head coach that is making bad decisions. We got a defense who is the last in the league. Huh? Tell me the positive. What? I mean, the best unit this year has been probably I was gonna say special teams, but I mean, I don't know about. I mean, I don't know. I don't see no positives. I don't. All y'all saying, get the ball to the receivers. You got to have a line to block first. Then you got to have a quarterback that can get it to him. But that ain't what we're supposed to be doing. We're supposed to be running the ball, play action. I mean, I just don't understand it. I don't. But nevertheless, y'all, we got Baltimore coming. I don't know. I don't know what we're gonna do. I'm not making. I mean, any bed man would say that we're gonna lose. I mean, especially since the NFL is seemingly making a way for Lamar Jackson to play. They done moved the game back down to Monday night. All that mean is Lamar, unless he really has it, there's a lot of guys get false positive tests. And if you do have, you got to have, I think, 3 days in a row or being tested 2 or 3 times a day where it shows that you're negative. So they're trying to get Lamar Jackson a way to play on Monday night. So it's already been moved. So that's Thursday. We're supposed to play Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So they're giving him an extra 3 days. So that's almost like another bye week almost. I mean, so, if somebody say, I hope Lamar don't play. Well, whoever they backup is, can we beat them? I don't know that. Who is the backup for Baltimore? I don't even know who he is. It's not Flacco. Flacco was with the Jets. I don't know whoever they back. Oh, I'm sorry. The backup is Robert Griffin III. Yeah, Griffin. That's who it is. I mean, can we beat Robert Griffin? I don't know. Griffin got a lot of confidence. I don't know what. I don't know. Dez Bryant gonna be looking very forward to play us, and I promise you, that game they're gonna try their best to get him the ball. They gave him his contract today. I'm happy for Dez. I'm happy for Dez. Dez gonna be motivated this week because he get to go against the Cowboys and show them that they made a mistake. So I don't see no light at the end of the tunnel. I don't. But I'm gonna let you guys have optimism. And hey, if we win, I'll be the first to say, hey, I'm shocked. I'll be the first to say, hey, we back in it. As crazy as it may sound, we back in it. I'll come back and just say we call it like it is here at the Big Time Show. We call it like it is. If we in it, we'll say we in it. If we out of it, we'll say we out of it. If they playing horrible, we're going to say they playing horrible. If an individual player is playing like pure trash, we're going to say he playing like pure trash. If we saying he playing great, we're going to say he playing great. Right now, we're trash. I don't see how y'all can argue with me. I mean, but hey, you're a Cowboy fan, you're entitled to your own opinion. We're trash right now. We're 3-8. Last time I checked, 3-8 ain't good. That's all I got to say. So I hope y'all enjoyed my little venting today. It is what it is. Listen, if you want to become a patron of the show on Podbean, just push that red button that you see there, and you can become a member or patron of the show. I don't ask for much. You'll see it when you get there. If you choose to do that, I would appreciate it. If you're on Facebook and Periscope, you can see there my hashtag, my Cash App there. You can see that. If you're on Podbean, just scroll up. You can see my Cash App there. If you want to contribute that way, I would appreciate it. If you did, if you don't, hey, listen, I appreciate you guys just following me or listening to what I have to say. I ain't nobody. I just, hey, I just got a mic, which give me just a little bit of a voice. And I got a few people that evidently like to hear what I have to say concerning everything, whether it's sports or religion. I appreciate you guys hanging with me. I'm getting ready to get out here. Y'all enjoy the rest of this game. Hey, I'm glad we kind of got a few days off because I'm still ticked off. I'm still upset by what I seen. We look like, y'all know what we look like, y'all. We look like a Kroger, Jiffy Lube, Walgreens, Walmart, I'm just trying to, we look like a Sesame Street, Electric Company, Nickelodeon, backyard flag football team. I am big time, y'all. If y'all don't know it by now, something wrong. I am big time. I appreciate you guys listening to me. We'll try it again on Tuesday, 7:30. Here at the Big Time Show. Thank you guys for listening to me. I appreciate you so much. Y'all hang with me next Tuesday. We'll talk again. I don't know what we're going to talk about. We'll probably be some more Cowboy stuff. Facebook, Periscope, appreciate you. My brothers, thank y'all for hanging with me. Thank you, JD. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you, Kush, E. Kush, Buddha, Rod Coleman. Thank you, Class 1 Pro, Zero Melio. I'm out. The Big Time Show.